Before the first light brushes the edge of the horizon, the world waits in quiet anticipation. Darkness holds every leaf, every grain of soil, every breath of existence in a gentle stillness. It is a moment suspended between the fading night and the birth of a new day, where shadows linger like memories and silence feels alive. Then, slowly, almost shyly, the sky softens. A pale glow emerges, spreading outward, revealing the shapes of mountains and trees as if the earth were being sketched anew by the hands of dawn. With the sun's rise, life awakens. Branches shiver as birds stretch their wings, releasing the first notes of morning. A distant roar rolls across the plains, announcing strength and presence. Beneath the tall grass, insects scurry with tireless purpose. A young antelope stands, its legs trembling, learning the balance between fear and freedom. Every creature, whether fierce or fragile, steps into the light, guided by instinct older than history. The world transforms with every heartbeat. Dewdrops sparkle on leaves like tiny stars brought to earth. Rivers swell with reflected fire as sunlight dances over the water's surface. The air becomes rich with scent, wildflowers blooming unseen, soil freshly warmed, the musk of predators stirring from their rest. Nothing here is idle. The wilderness is always in motion, even in its gentlest moments.
But the wild was not only home to lions. The dense forests that bordered the plains concealed other predators: leopards, tigers in distant lands, wolves moving in strategic packs, and hyenas with laughter as sinister as the shadows they stalked in. Each had a role, each had a story, and each relied on the other in the intricate web of survival. We shift perspective now to a young leopard perched high in an acacia tree, its body tensed, muscles coiled like springs. Below, unsuspecting impalas grazed, oblivious to the silent hunter above. With calculated patience, the leopard waited for the perfect moment. In the wild, instinct was sharper than any weapon, and timing was everything. Meanwhile, in a nearby river, a crocodile floated almost invisibly beneath the surface. Eyes barely breaking the waterline, it watched a herd of wildebeest approach to drink. Predators came in many forms. Some struck with speed and stealth, others with patience and ambush. Each one was a master of its own deadly craft. Even the skies held danger. Eagles, hawks, and other raptors swooped down with precision, snatching prey smaller than a rabbit with terrifying efficiency. In the wilderness, every creature, big or small, played a part in the eternal story of hunter and hunted. As the sun climbed higher, the savanna transformed into a theater of life and death. The grasses swayed gently in the wind, hiding countless secrets beneath their golden blades. The lioness, silent and deliberate, moved closer to the edge of a watering hole. Her senses were sharp. She could smell the faint scent of fear from the herd, hear the subtle shift of hooves on soil, and see the ripple of muscles beneath their striped coats.
At the same time, a pack of wolves navigated the fringes of a northern forest in a different part of the world. Each member had a role. Scouts sniffed the air for prey, hunters flanked the edges, and the alpha coordinated silently with a series of subtle gestures. Wolves were pack predators, relying on teamwork and communication. Unlike solitary hunters, they orchestrated attacks with precision, exploiting weaknesses in the herd's formation.
Back on the savannah, the lioness inched closer. The herd of zebras remained unaware of the silent shadow moving toward them. Then, with a sudden burst of energy, she leapt, muscles coiling and releasing in a blur of speed and power. The zebra scattered, hooves thundering against the earth in a chaotic stampede. The lioness targeted a young but weaker zebra, her jaws closing in an expert grip, trained over countless hunts. Elsewhere, a crocodile lay submerged in the murky river. Its body was motionless, a living weapon of stealth. When a wildebeest approached, it struck with terrifying swiftness, dragging the animal beneath the surface before it even had a chance to scream. Crocodiles were ambush predators, masters of patience, turning the illusion of stillness into deadly force. Every hunt in the wild was more than survival. It was a lesson in strategy, patience, and adaptability. The leopard in the acacia tree did not just wait. It studied the patterns of the impalas, noting which were more alert, which lagged behind, and which moved without suspicion. One miscalculation could mean starvation. One perfect strike could ensure life for another day. Even seemingly less threatening animals were masters of defense and evasion. Impalas leapt in unpredictable patterns, their agility a result of evolution shaped by predators. Zebras used their stripes to confuse attackers, a living optical illusion. Nature was an endless game of adaptation, and both predator and prey evolved together, locked in a cycle as old as the earth itself. As the sun began its descent, the savannah bore the marks of survival. Some predators succeeded, others failed. The lioness dragged her prize to a shaded area, panting but victorious. The impala that survived shook itself off, wary and alert, learning from a close encounter with death. Life in the wild was harsh, unyielding, but endlessly fascinating.
Every ecosystem on Earth speaks a language of balance, a language of give and take, a language humanity once understood when we too listened to the world instead of trying to conquer it. And as the day edges onward, The wild continues its eternal dance, a dance where life rises, falls, and rises again with every passing moment. For here, each second is precious, each breath is a victory, and every creature, no matter how fierce or fleeting, contributes to the grand story that unfolds under the endless sky. As the sun begins its slow descent, the light softens and the world changes once again. Long shadows stretch across the land, turning familiar shapes into silhouettes of mystery. The heat of day dissolves into a cool breeze that carries scents awakened by dusk, damp soil, fresh water, the musk of animals emerging from their hidden resting places. Evening is not merely a time of transition, it is the wild taking a deep breath before the darkness arrives.
The sky becomes a canvas brushed with orange, pink, and gold, a masterpiece that lasts only moments before fading into deeper hues. Herds begin to move, seeking safety in numbers as night approaches. Elephants guide their young toward watering holes, their footsteps soft yet powerful, like echoes from an ancient memory. Giraffes glide gracefully, heads rising above the trees, watching for danger even while they feed. They know that daylight is protection, and protection is running out. Predators awaken with renewed purpose. Lions stretch from the comfort of their shade, muscles rippling beneath their tawny coats. The day's laziness disappears as hunger takes command. Their golden eyes reflect the dimming sky as they gather, whispers of roars building into plans made through instinct alone. The night belongs to them. It always has.
Across the plains, gazelles and zebras grow restless, hooves shifting in nervous rhythms. Their ears flick to every unexplained sound. Survival now depends on awareness, on speed, on split-second decisions that separate life from loss. The first quiet roar in the distance is enough to send a shiver through the herd, a reminder that the wild respects only those who remain alert. Yet danger is not the only presence the night carries. With darkness comes beauty, the kind that cannot be seen under harsh sunlight. The first stars pierce the twilight, scattered like diamonds thrown across a sweeping velvet cloak. The moon rises, silver and silent, lighting rivers that weave like serpents through the land. Its reflection trembles atop the water, as if the sky itself has come to drink. Insects begin their nightly symphony, buzzing and chirping a chorus that fills the air with life. Frogs croak from hidden marshes. Owls glide without a single sound, wings cutting through the night like thoughts passing through a dream. Fireflies blink between tall grasses, tiny lanterns of magic floating in the dark. Inside burrows and hollowed logs, small mammals venture out, cautious but determined. A lone fox, sleek and curious, trots quietly beneath the moonlight, its senses sharpened by the stillness. In the far distance, hyenas call to one another in eerie laughter, signals of strategy and structure that often go misunderstood. They are not merely scavengers, they are survivors, intelligent and relentless, thriving in a world that demands adaptability. And yet, not all moments in the wild are driven by fear or hunger. Night also gives space for affection, for quiet bonds formed away from the dangers of daylight. A mother wolf curls around her pups, protecting them from the chill. Two owls perch side by side, communicating with soft calls that carry through the treetops. Even in a world built on survival, there is room for connection. A reminder that life is not only a struggle, but a shared experience.